Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to Cosmic Culture, the channel where we talk all things major movie and television news, theories, breakdowns, and much more. I'm your host Chris, and today, especially more than ever, we're talking about Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Now later on tonight, I will be seeing the movie at the world premiere and red carpet event in Hollywood. So today I thought it would be a lot of fun to talk about my final guesses. Who are we going to be seeing in the film? What's going to be happening? What's the plot? Maybe how is it going to end? What are some of the post-credit scene leaks that I think are the most accurate? I'm going to be giving you my final predictions for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness right now, a few hours before I see the film. So let me know what you guys are expecting to see in the movie. Comment it down below, and let me know if you agree or disagree with some of my final guesses. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on that notification bell. Also, if you want some live updates and footage from the red carpet event later today, be sure to follow me on an Instagram at Chris M. Rosser. I will be posting pictures there in my story, on my Instagram, and also on my Twitter at The Culture Chris. So feel free to check those out if you want live updates of what's going on at the red carpet event. So I'm going to do my very best to keep these final guesses, final wishes and hopes and dreams as focused as possible. I'm a little scatterbrained right now as I really am just so excited for the final reveal of this movie. We've been talking about it for over a year here on the channel. A lot of people sharing their theories and their ideas in the comment section all over the internet. So it really is an awesome moment when a movie of this magnitude releases and we get all of the big pressure of what cameos to expect, who's the bad guy, what's the future of the MCU, as we are expecting to find out in this film. So I am a little excited, but I'll do my best to keep it driven. For starters, Wanda's going to be the bad guy. I don't think many people question this at this point, and yes, I will agree there's a possibility of something lurking in the background, possibly connected to the Darkhold, but I still question how much Disney is ready to push into the demonic forces kind of display in the MCU. I don't doubt that we're headed that direction and it could be hinted at, but I don't know if it's going to be a big reveal and final battle with somebody like Mephisto, Cthulhu, or Nightmare just yet. And I would really hope to see one of these characters, and if I had a choice, I would say I would be expecting Nightmare. Now, the beginning of the movie, we all already kind of know. They showed the first 25 minutes at Comic-Con, and we've heard a lot of descriptions. So we know that America Chavez is going to be running away from different demons, and my presumption, based off of a different plot leak that I heard, is that Wanda will actually be sending these demons to bring America Chavez into our universe. Her and Defender Strange might even start off the movie, and their big escape will be made interrupting Christine Palmer's wedding, and Doctor Strange is going to meet America Chavez, and from there we're going to jump right into the madness. Doctor Strange is going to go find Wanda. Wanda's going to agree to help, but in reality this entire time she's been orchestrating this entire event so that she could get to America Chavez and ultimately use her ability to jump through the multiverse to go and find her kids. That's Wanda's big drive. No questions surrounding that. Wanda wants to get to her kids so she can recreate her perfect life. When they go to Kamar-Taj, Wanda will be there, and so will America Chavez, Wong, and Doctor Strange. There's going to be something that indicates whether or not Wanda is actually the one using the Darkhold, and if her chaos magic is causing all the problems. Upon this reveal, Wanda will attack the Kamar-Taj and probably kill or deeply injure a lot of people, but my assumption is that America Chavez and Doctor Strange get away, maybe even by jumping into the multiverse and escaping Wanda's wrath. Later on in the film, however, the Illuminati are going to capture America Chavez and Doctor Strange. They're going to be brought in front of the council, or at least Doctor Strange is going to be, and we're going to meet the Illuminati, who's going to be Professor X, played by Patrick Stewart, as we've seen in the trailer. Also, as we've seen in the trailer, Captain Carter, and who we're presuming to be Maria Rambeau, playing a Captain Marvel role. And if I had to guess which other characters will be playing the Illuminati, my assumptions are that we will be seeing a version of Iron Man, Mr. Fantastic, possibly even played by John Krasinski, which would just be really awesome to see, and hopefully this does translate into him playing Mr. Fantastic in the MCU, even though I presume if we do see John Krasinski or even any type of Mr. Fantastic, it would be a variant and not the MCU Mr. Fantastic, but I'm expecting and hoping to see him as well. Also, maybe we'll get some other characters like Namor or Black Bolt from the original Illuminati, and then you never know whether or not Mordo honestly is part of the Illuminati or not. My guess is that he's more of a bounty hunter for the Illuminati, somebody in charge of going and collecting the individuals who are causing the problems, but the jury's still out on that one. I'm gonna go ahead and say he's not on the Illuminati. Then of course Wanda is going to somehow show up at this council, as we've seen on countless different TV spot trailers and the full trailer, that she is attacking the Illuminati in their headquarters. The statues, the walls, the windows, they all match up, it all makes sense. We also clearly had that massive plot leak before that was explaining to us that Wanda was going to show up and actually defeat everybody in this council. So any characters we might be seeing, these cameos, I wouldn't expect them to be around very, very long. Now, they could be hints of characters who might show up later on, like a Namor or a Mr. Fantastic or even a Professor X. However, I don't think these specific characters are going to last an incredibly long time in the multiversal story that is Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Wanda's going to defeat them all, and she's still after America Chavez, who I think in this encounter will actually capture and use her to navigate all of the craziness that is the multiverse so she can find her kids. That still remains to be the main driving force of the Scarlet Witch. Now from here moving forward, we haven't heard an incredibly large amount. So it's a lot of guesswork and a lot of trying to get excited about the options that Marvel has. They can go in a ton of different directions. Doctor Strange now has to team up with different versions of himself in order to save the multiverse from the Scarlet Witch and to really just redeem all humanity from the multiverse crumbling around everybody. The multiverse is not going to be healed in this movie, I do not believe. I think a big purpose of this film is to explain to us the purpose of the multiverse and the rules of the multiverse moving forward in the MCU. I've said it a few times recently, but we know that Phase 4 so far has been a bit of a slow burner. We've been getting ideas and new characters, and the Disney Plus shows have been tried out, but now we're ready to move forward in full gear. Kevin Feige has announced the next 10 years of the MCU have been laid out, so here we go. The Multiverse of Madness is going to open up that can of worms and head us towards the multiverse being the entirety of the saga, the multiverse saga that could eventually lead into Battleworld Secret Wars, God Emperor Doom, and who knows how many different characters and character variants that could show up along the way as we prepare for that battle. The last thing I want to talk about is, potential post-credit scenes, and I've heard a few options. So I'm going to talk about my two favorite. Not necessarily the two I think are the most likely, but my two favorite. One of which is Deadpool. Deadpool joining the MCU in a post-credit scene. It's very possible that he has been in trouble for using time travel and multiversal travel at the end of Deadpool 2, and the Illuminati just simply captured him and kept him in one of these cells. There was some supposed concept art that showed Deadpool in one of these cells that matched perfectly the cells that America Chavez and Doctor Strange were in, or somewhere in the background, and we will address that one later. A super cool Easter egg of seeing Deadpool all the way in the very back of the screen, and he'll be made out way later on when we can enhance it and confirm it's Deadpool. And then Deadpool 3 can start from his point of view. How did he end up there? Why is he in the MCU? I think that would be a lot of fun and a really cool way to include the character. My second favorite idea for what I would like to see in a post-credit scene, I heard a couple days back, there's a lot of arguments about whether or not we will see an Iron Man in this movie, but one of the supposed leaked post-credit scenes was Tom Cruise's Iron Man contacting Doctor Strange and saying that they had to reassemble the Illuminati and start over. Obviously because Wanda has completely dismantled and destroyed this council, and maybe because Tom Cruise Iron Man isn't present, he's around or has knowledge about the multiversal council known as the Illuminati, and he needs our Doctor Strange to help sort it back to what it belongs to be. I don't think Wanda's gonna die. I think it's a possibility that Wong could die, making Doctor Strange the Sorcerer Supreme of the MCU, which will be super tragic to see, but I don't think a huge surprise for me. And then of course, everybody else, they're kind of on the chopping block. America Chavez will survive, but I don't know. I wouldn't expect too many characters to walk away from this one labeled safe. I'm expecting to see some Scarlet Witch films or projects down the road, a WandaVision 2 series potentially. People love the Scarlet Witch and they want to see her happy. So I don't think her character is going anywhere, and I definitely don't think Doctor Strange's character is going anywhere. There are a lot of Doctor Stranges, variants of him, that very well might get destroyed, killed, ruined, taken out by either Doctor Strange or Wanda, but I don't think our Doctor Strange is going anywhere. Let me know what you guys think. These are my final predictions. I think I did a pretty good job of keeping it in one path, although there is a lot to talk about. Moving on from here, anything I talk about on my channel until May 6th will not have any spoilers in it, And then if I do talk spoilers for the first few days after the release of the movie, they won't be in the thumbnail, they won't be in the title, and I will leave a massive spoiler warning before I do to give everybody a few days to go and see the movie. So let me know what you think, let me know what your final guesses are, and make sure to check back Tuesday morning to see my first reaction of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Thank you guys so much for allowing me to be in this position. I'm so excited to go watch this movie, and I'll see you guys all in the next one right here on Cosmic Culture.